the two best teams in baseball in what feels like a gift of a fall classic. And it'd be special no matter what when you put these uniforms on the field. But then you consider the guys that are going to be wearing those uniforms. We're talking the biggest stars in baseball. Shohei Ohtani, Aaron Judge in the World Series for the first time.
There's stars, there's strategy, and I can't tell you how excited I am to see how this gets navigated.
Jack Flaherty, the pride of Burbank, on the mound for the Dodgers, 29-year-old right-hander, former first-round pick out of Harvard-Westlake High School. So far this postseason, Jack Flaherty, 3 starts, he's 1-2.
Torres climbs in, and off we go. Torres on 2-1. Pulls it to third, and a hot shot caught by Muncy.
One down in the top of the first.
Here's Soto.
Turns 26 years old today.
And he's got a 4-pitch walk. First base runner for the Yankees is Juan Soto. Aaron Judge, larger than life, playing in his first World Series. Swing and a miss. He got him with a slider.
His first strikeout of Game 1. Giancarlo Stanton hitting .294 in the postseason with 5 home runs. Each of his last 4 hits are homers.
Bouncing ball to short, and Tommy Edman, who kicks it, and an error opens the door for the Yankees here in the first. Tommy Edman, the NLCS MVP, so sure-handed all year with an error in the first inning here of the World Series.
First and second, still 2 out. Now Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Bounces one right side, routine ground ball for Gavin Lux. He makes the play, and Jack Flaherty puts up a 0 in the first. Garrett Cole makes his 4th start in what has been an up-and-down postseason.
They need Garrett Cole to continue kind of the record they have in his starts in the postseason. 13-7 when he starts. He's off to a big-time challenge facing this guy.
Shohei Ohtani swings at the first pitch, sends a fly ball to center field. Judge is backing up, and he just misses, homering in the first pitch of his World Series career.
One away, here's Mookie Betts.
Lifts his fly ball to left field. Verdugo paused at first, now goes back onto the track, and a couple long flyouts to open the day for Cole.
He's thrown 4 pitches, and 2 of them have almost left the park. And sometimes when he gets a little too amped up, the fastball stays up, but not up enough.
Freddie Freeman's back in the lineup for the Dodgers, battling that ankle injury. Breaking pitches, punched by the bag, and down the left field line for Freddie Freeman. Going to test that ankle right away. He'll cruise into second and think about 3 as Verdugo can't play it cleanly. Freeman's into third. Oh, you talk about testing the ankle in a big way. A base hit turns into 3. And the Dodgers have a runner at third with 2 away for Teoscar Hernandez.
Swung on, line to short, right to Volpe. The Yankees are really lucky they got out without a run.
Anthony Rizzo to lead things off. Rizzo ricochets it off him. Flaherty runs it down but has no play, and Anthony Rizzo's got an infield hit.
Luckily, that caught the bottom of the shoe. That's if you're going to get hit, that's where you want to get hit.
So leadoff batter on for New York in the second. Now Anthony Volpe.
On a 2-2. He swings and misses. A curveball retires him, and Flaherty's got his second K.
Alex Verdugo, the former Dodger.
Trying to get it turned around to Torres at the top of the order. Verdugo grounds it up the middle, but a perfectly positioned Tommy Edman. Sound play this time after his first inning air.
Max Muncy to lead things off.
Little pop-up, foul ground. Jazz Chisholm runs over there and makes the grab. So they get Muncy for the first out of the second.
Kike Hernandez batting .303 in his 9 games this postseason.
Hernandez on an 0-2 is down on that high fastball, and there he turns it up to 97.
I'm telling you, he's got it. He's learned since getting hurt.
Home with a payoff to Smith. And he got him with a fastball. Back-to-back Ks in a 1-2-3 second for Garrett Cole. Jack Flaherty goes back to work. Top of the Yankees order. Gleyber Torres swings at the first pitch. Diving stop deep in the hole from Tommy Edman. Long throw, not in time, and an infield hit from Torres.
That was an unreal effort from Edman, diving to his backhand on the grass, getting up quickly and throwing a good one-hopper to Freddie Freeman. Unfortunately, though, for the Dodgers, not in time. 1 on, nobody out. Juan Soto.
Bounces this one towards the middle. Edman to the bag. Running throw for a double play.
Right place, right time. Boy, they made some big plays because they had people in exactly the right spot, knowing if the pitcher can hit the spots that they talked about.
Trying to put Judge away and keep Game 1 scoreless. The 1-2 pitch. Got him swinging. Jack Flaherty ends the third with his 3rd strikeout. And now here we go again. Another heavyweight fight. Ohtani and Cole. Reigning MVP against reigning Cy Young.
Swings and misses. Cole breaks off a nasty curve to finish him off.
3rd K for Cole as he completes his 3rd shutout inning to match Jack Flaherty. 2 outs, nobody on. His 2-2 pitch.
Rizzo pokes this one to left field. Teoscar Hernandez is there, and Jack Flaherty's got the good stuff back tonight.
A 1-2-3-4 for Jack Flaherty. Mookie steps in. He's 0 for 1.
Cole fires and bets. Pokes it down the right field line. On comes Soto, still coming. And Rizzo over the shoulder makes the grab. Pump of the fist, fired up that he was able to pull that one in.
This is such a hard play. Big first baseman running out there. He is appreciative.
Here's the payoff. They popped him up right around second. There's Volpe, and he makes the catch to win the inning. Cole has a 1-2-3.
Flaherty has the bottom of the order here in the 5th. His 0-2 pitch. That's 3, swinging a curveball down and in, got a chase and a whiff. 4th K for Jack Flaherty. Flaherty's pitch. Well, strikes out, swinging. Another nasty knuckle curve from Flaherty. Back-to-back punch-outs to begin the 5th.
Here's Verdugo with 2 outs, no one on.
Verdugo just past Edman into center field for a 2-out base hit. Alex Verdugo singles just by the shortstop Edman, and they get the top of the order to the plate here.
Swinging a tapper. Left side, scoop by Muncy, throws on the run, in time to get him.
Oh,
that
nice
is
play.
One heck of a play by Max Muncy. It was a high chopper from Torres, and Muncy came in aggressively and then threw on the money to Freddie Freeman. That strands Verdugo, gets Flaherty through the 5th without a blemish. Max Muncy, Kike Hernandez, and Will Smith, 5, 6, and 7 on the docket for the Dodgers.
Got him to chase the fastball up, and that fastball in the first inning sprayed it around, but it's had great life as this game has gone on.
Kike struck out swinging on a high fastball in the 2nd inning. Back up again here with 1 out and nobody on in the 5th.
High fastball is punched towards the right field corner. Soto on the move, won't get there. Extra bases for Kike Hernandez. Headed for 3rd with a 2nd Dodger triple to this ball game. Will Smith has more sacrifice flies than any player in baseball the last 5 years. Will Smith lifts it to right field. Soto's over. He makes the catch. Here comes Hernandez. Here comes Soto's throw. Bang, bang. But he's in safe. And the Dodgers have broken through in the 5th. Will Smith, so reliable through the years, gets the job done, scoring Kike Hernandez. Dodgers have the game's first run. Garrett Cole, Jack Flaherty, both magnificent here in Game 1. And Flaherty's left out there to face the heart of the lineup.
Soto, Judge, and Stanton.
Soto with a base hit to center field to open the 6th. On a 2-strike pitch, waits on it to land and bangs it through the middle to lead off this inning.
Flaherty's payoff. Strikes out swinging. Jack Flaherty sits him down for the 3rd time tonight.
Outside corner. What a big out.
That's the 1st out of the 6th. Not out of the woods yet. Here's Giancarlo Stanton, one of the greatest postseason sluggers ever.
Swung on, hit in the air to deep left. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone. It is a Stantonian home run. Oh, did he hit that one? High and far and deep to left field to give the Yankees the lead. Giancarlo no si può stopparlo. And the Yankees take a 2-1 lead on a mammoth home run by Giancarlo.
And for Stanton is 6 of the playoffs, and that is one of those swings. Your mouth is agog when you see that. That went up 6 miles high and came down. The only question, was it going to be fair or was it foul? But this place went silent.
You deliver this time of year, you can rewrite your whole story. As long as you've got the bat in your hands. And Stanton continues to write one of a spectacular October for the Yankees.
The only mistake that Jack Flaherty has made, he pitched a perfect game up until that swing.
This going to be all for Jack. Nice ovation here for the hometown kid who exits Game 1. He'll bring in Bonda.
Bonda's 2-2. Chisholm pulls a bullet into right field for a base hit.
2 gone in the 6th.
Anthony Volpe's the hitter. Yeah, they're going to put him on intentionally and go lefty-lefty against Austin Wells. Bonda to Wells with the 1-1 pitch. Wells bounces one towards the middle. Diving stop by Tommy Edman to save a run. He's been all over the place in this game and no bigger plays than that one. So instead of a 3-1 Yankees lead, bases loaded for Alex Verdugo. 2 out. Alex Verdugo down on a high fastball. So the diving play, a key one from Tommy Edman. Yankees lead for the first time 2-1 as Tommy Edman leads off this 6th against Garrett Cole. That's down the line and a fair ball from Tommy Edman. NLCS MVP, valuable again in Game 1 of the World Series. A leadoff double, tying run in scoring position for Ohtani. Bounced over the mound. It showed Volpe. Close play in time.
Tying run on 3rd, 1 out, bottom 6.
Mookie Betts Chisholm off a bounce to get him. Hot corner, extra so with him pulled in front of the bag, in a position that he had never played before coming to the Yankees at the deadline.
That is a heck of a play by Jazz Chisholm at third base. That keeps the Yankees in front.
Freeman hits a towering fly ball to right field. Juan Soto's going back. He's got room. And Garrett Cole pitches around the leadoff double to keep the 2-1 lead. Brusdar Graterol to pitch the 7th inning for the Dodgers. This guy has not pitched in a month, and he's dropped in here to face the top of the Yankees order. Yeah, shot through the middle, base hit.
And there's the first hit of the game for Judge. 2-out knock for Judge keeps the 7th inning going for Giancarlo Stanton. It is 99, called strike 3. Bazooka lets out a roar. He strands Judge on first, keeps the Dodgers within 1. Teoscar Hernandez leading off the bottom of the 7th against Garrett Cole.
3-2 to Teoscar Hernandez is into center field and a leadoff base hit. That may be it for Garrett Cole. Here comes Aaron Boone after the leadoff hit from Teoscar Hernandez.
So there goes Garrett, who pitched brilliantly tonight.
Getting a nice ovation. The Southern California kid was terrific in game 1. They'll now turn it over to the bullpen.
Alex Vesia for the top of the 8th.
Vesia facing Jazz Chisholm.
Got a fastball by him. No one gone in this 8th inning. Payoff to Rizzo. At the knees to get him.
Back-to-back punch-outs for Vesia. 2 outs for Anthony Volpe, nobody on.
In the air to center field. Hernandez twists around. He gets there. And Alex Vesia's got a 1-2-3-8.
Here we come, the matchup that everybody's looking forward to. Ohtani trying to tie it up for the Dodgers, and Canley throwing changeups.
Yeah, you know what you're going to get. Lifts this ball to right center field. Soto on the run to the track. It's off the top of the wall. Ohtani's headed for second. Soto's throw not in time. The ball gets away. Ohtani takes third. 90 massive feet. Just misses a home run. It's a double, but then he takes third as the throw kicks away coming into the infield. Runner at third, less than 2 outs. Aaron Boone out there to take it from Tommy Canley. And he's going to his closer. Here comes Luke Weaver.
The Yankee infield drawn in for Mookie Betts. Ohtani on third, only 1 out.
Lines it to center field. It's Judge to pull it in, but it's tied as Mookie Betts drives in Shohei Ohtani. On a pair of sacrifice flies, the Dodgers have just enough. Tied at 2 in the 8th.
Now on the mound for the Dodgers, Michael Kopech to the top of the 9th inning. It's out number 2. So the lineup will turn over for the Yankees. Gleyber Torres.
Gleyber Torres lifts a fly ball to left center field. Headed deep there. It is gone with some help from a fan.
They're going to call that fan interference.
He reached over and immediately the call from the left field umpire, Chad Fairchild. So instead of a home run, they'll place Torres at second.
Juan Soto has just been told by Carlos Torres, the home plate umpire, they're intentionally walking me in front of Aaron Judge. And here comes Dave Roberts.
Dave Roberts will make the change and go Trinan against Judge. 1-2 comes home. It is a fastball, and it's popped up. Left side of the diamond. Tommy Edman sends this game to the bottom of the 9th.
Weaver trying to get comfortable on the mound. 2 out, nobody on. Here's Kike Hernandez.
You know, they have a lot of stars on this team. This is the guy I don't want to see.
Yeah.
In the 9th inning.
A crackbat flare, shuttle left field. Verdugo coming on with a diving grab. Alex Verdugo continues to sparkle defensively.
And that'll send game 1 to extra innings. We go to the 10th.
Well, for the 3rd consecutive season, game 1 of the World Series goes into extra innings. Blake Trinan stays in after he got Aaron Judge to get out of a 9th inning jam.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Trinan, 3 pitches, 3 strikes, 1 out in the 10th. Now it's Jazz Chisholm batting from the left side.
And a 1-0 pitch. Pulls one through, and he's got his second hit. Chisholm singled, stole second. Rizzo put on intentionally. And the game on Volpe's plate. There goes Chisholm. No throw from Will Smith. A big 90 feet for Jazz Chisholm. Ground ball, diving stop. Edman can't get it out of his glove, and the Yankees take the lead. They get the out at second, but Chisholm's in to score. He singles, he steals second, he steals third, and he scores on a ball that doesn't leave the infield.
And Volpe knocks in the lead run, and the Yankees have a 3-2 lead.
The 1-2 pitch is in there, right down the middle, called strike 3. Throws Wells and gets Trinan and the Dodgers out of the 10th. but the Yankees leave with the lead.
To the bottom of the 10th, and Jake Cousins on.
Well, you know what Cousins knows. He knows who's batting fourth. You don't want anybody to get on base and have the game-winning run in Ohtani come to the plate.
On a 3-1, Lux takes ball 4. And now the Dodgers will take just about any outcome other than a double play. Tommy Edman comes up. Tommy Edman with a 1-2 and a ground ball right side under Oswaldo Cabrera. A base hit for Tommy Edman. Tying run in scoring position. Winning run aboard. And a once-in-forever player coming up.
And here comes the pitching change.
Nestor Cortez, who's not pitched in a month. How about this for a soft landing? Go in there and face Shohei Ohtani with the World Series Game 1 on the line. First one from Cortez is lifted to left field. Verdugo runs over and makes the grab. Did he hold on? He did. Alex Verdugo makes the grab. He goes out of play, so the runners will get 90 feet, but they get Ohtani on one pitch.
This is an incredible catch, going full speed and making the catch, and then going out of play and throwing the ball from out of play.
And here he goes into the first row of seats to get Shohei Ohtani. You now have Mookie Betts coming to the plate, and they may put him on and take their chances of Freddie Freeman. And the bases will be loaded here for Freddie Freeman with the Dodgers down 3-2 and down to their last out in Game 1.
The scenario you dream about, Freddie is living.
Cortez delivers. Freeman hits the ball to right field. She is gone! Gibby, meet Freddie. Game 1 of the World Series.
Freddie Freeman channeling his inner Kirk Gibson. A walk-off home run in Game 1 of the World Series. A walk-off grand slam. Winners 6-3.
As it was on an October night 36 years ago, a hobbled Game 1 hero for the Dodgers, and Freddie Freeman, who hadn't had an extra base hit in a month before today. He ends this game jumping on the first pitch and launching a no-doubt grand slam that they'll talk about for ages.
And if you have a sombrero, throw it to the sky. The Dodgers win game number 1 for number 34.
Grand slam, walk-off in a World Series game.
Yeah.
Where does that moment rank for you?
Oh, I don't know. Again, that's stuff you are 5 years old in the backyard right there, and that's a dream come true. But that's only one. We got 3 more.
Going up to the plate against Cortez, what's on your mind? First pitch.
Trying to be on time for the heater. It's all you can try and do, be on the heater closer to you. Try and push, leave the cutter and slider away, and I was on time for the heater.
Now, it was nice you didn't have to run hard. How was your ankle? You legged out a triple earlier in the game.
Yeah, I actually felt pretty good. The last 6 days, we treated it really well. I've been feeling pretty good, so right when I ran out to give high fives to my teammates, I felt pretty good because that was the first time I ran all week. So ankle's good.
You ran over to your dad after hitting that home run.
Yeah.
What did you say to him?
I was just screaming in his face. I'm sorry, Dad. Yeah, he's been there since I was a little boy, throwing batting practice to me every day. So this isn't my moment. That's my dad's moment.
It's been such a tough year for you, physically, off the field with your son. Freddie, how gratifying is it just to get this done for your team?
Yeah, pretty gratifying. This ranks up there pretty high. It's pretty incredible. So it's been a long 3 months, but these fans here, when I came back that first game, they showed love. I'm just glad I was able to reciprocate tonight.
Freddie, congratulations. Thank you very much.
Well, one of the greatest World Series games you'll ever see here at Dodger Stadium is still buzzing. Fans don't want to leave after the walk-off grand slam by Freddie Freeman, the first ever walk-off grand slam in World Series history, and only one other time down to the final out as a team had a walk-off winner like that. That was Kirk Gibson at 80 with the Dodgers. Dave Roberts is here with the guys. Do you believe what just happened, Dave?
Man, KB, I cannot believe what just happened. You know, that's what makes the Fall Classic a classic, right? Because the stars come out and superstars make big plays, get big hits. in the biggest of moments, and 2 outs, bases loaded. They bring on the lefty, and Freddie, as we know, has been ailing over the last few weeks. But to come up with, I mean, you could probably argue that might be one of the biggest hits he's ever had in his 2,200 hit career. I'm speechless right now.
I tell you, Freddie's something else. We've been singing his praise all October. Somewhere above, Vince Scully is, smiling above us. But talk about this moment. Freddie, no extra base hits in October. Tonight, the triple and a home run. And first of all, did that triple scare you a little bit?
First, yes, the triple definitely scared me. Look at Mookie right there.
Hey.
My dog. Hey, I need to get a dog shirt. Where's my dog shirt?
That's right.
I need to get a dog shirt, Mook. No, so.
Move. Tunnel.
Hey, there's no
We ain't play. We ain't play. Put it on, dog.
No, so you know what? Yeah, I would have liked the stand-up double right there, but Freddie's a baseball player. And I do always say, you know what? The game honors you. You do things the right way. You're a great teammate. You play the game the right way. Great things happen. And there's no better example than Freddie Freeman. And tonight, the game honored him.
Hey, Dove, congratulations on the win tonight. Listen, when you had 3 MVP lined up, one back-to-back, as a pitcher, only God can save you. We've been talking about Freddie. I mean, watch this home run right here. I want you to take me through this right here.
All right, so Shohei had the same pitch, right? First pitch heater, pops it up to left field. Freddie's on the gas.
Ouch.
And you know, Poppy, that's like the lefty's sweet spot, right? That down in his sweet spot, and he got the head to it and kept it fair and put a good swing on it.
You having fun yet?
Not yet, Jeets. You know what? I'll tell you this, man. If you can't have fun, something like this, and I better find a different job. So, but you know what? I'm just happy for the fans. I'm happy for the players, and certainly happy for Freddie. And it's funny. It's like, I understand this is still game one, but just kind of how we backdoored those guys. We snatched them. We used our leverage guys. They used their leverage guys. So it was a huge win.
Now, go ahead, G.
Now, just tell me about this team. I mean, you guys are down there late. Yankees seem like they're rolling. Team never gives up. Talk to me about the resilience you guys have in the fight.
I mean, it's unbelievable because if you look at tonight, Garrett had good stuff. He threw the baseball well. He minimized traffic, minimized damage. But we had a couple opportunities situationally that we didn't cash in on. But no one hung their heads. We kept trying to grind, take good at bats, and you know, even it's gonna get lost in the box score. But Tommy Edmonds' base hit to stay flat through the middle, to get Mookie up to bat, to then ultimately, you know, get Freddie up to bat. It's big.
I'm going to go before that. 8th inning, you're down in this game. Ohtani comes up and just smashes one and gets you guys going. You guys got a lot of MVPs, right? So it's not one guy, but when your best player steps up and does that, tell me about the fuel that it gives to the rest of the dugout.
No, it does. It's big. I mean, and Shohei hit that ball hard, got second base, got to third base. But even to your point about the superstars, Mookie, infield back, hits a ball hard. Jazz makes a great play. And instead of getting disheartened, frustrated, a little tight with the bat, his next at bat, he had a situation at bat again, stayed down, rode it out, drove in a run, which was huge. So all those little things, you know, make an impact.
Wow. Take a breath, Dave. Enjoy this one, baby, because that was fun. And we'll do it again tomorrow, all right?
Hey, let's do it again tomorrow. Sign me up.
Dave Roberts, what a win for his Dodgers.
Hey,
there you go.
My shirt.
All that up, baby. All that up.
My shirt.
There you go, baby.
He's got the My Dog t-shirt. There you go. Dodgers epic win, 6-3, the walk-off grand slam from Freddie Freeman. We thank Dave Roberts for joining us. He's going to get a hug from Billie Jean King. This place is still electric here in Dodger Stadium. One of the greatest World Series games you'll ever see. Back and forth, strategy, decisions, clutch hitting, big outs, and then the biggest hit with Freeman. As Dave, you can see, he's still just elated. That's only game one. It's going to be tough to top. I got to be honest. Derek Jeter is here. David Ortiz is here. Alex Rodriguez. And I'm Kevin Burkhardt. And, you know, wow, we have Dave Roberts on. He still was incredulous at what we just saw. That's pretty good, Alex. I mean, there's so many things to talk about this game, but let's just talk about Freddie. All that he's gone through this year, hobbling all playoffs with a bad ankle injury,
And then he does that. First ever walk-off grand slam in World Series ever.
It is truly what makes baseball the greatest game in the world. And to have it in October with this type of, like Reggie Jackson said, the magnitude of October, right? And you have the two best teams. You can't help but think of Kirk Gibson with his leg problems. Home run, walk-off game 1 against Oakland. You had the same feeling. There's still the people do not want to go home. And I can't wait for tomorrow.
It's like we always say, guys, the game will always find you. I mean, look at what Freddie Freeman went through in the NL National League Division. Yeah. And look at what happened in the first game of the World Series. I mean, his situation, his playing time was critical in the last series. And now all of a sudden, look at what shows up. I mean, this guy's an MVP caliber player. He was an MVP years before. And when you had 3 MVP lined up, guy, and you get away with, I mean, come on. This guy's amazing.
Yeah, it just goes back to a few days ago when we were having the awkward conversation about Freddie Freeman, whether he should be playing or not, and how much he helps a lineup just being out on the field. I mean, look, who would have thought this? If you went into this game saying that Freddie Freeman was going to hit a triple and a walk-off grand slam in the 10th inning, I don't think anyone would believe you. So to all the baseball fans out there, just buckle up, because this is going to be a great series, man. This one game I don't even know where to start. We can take 3 hours to go through this game.
I tell you what, like, what's great about baseball is really chess, and there's subplots, and every move has a reaction and has a ripple effect to that. Poppy, you've had a tremendous October. We're sitting in the tunnel and we're watching the game, and Freddie's about to come up, and you say to me, you know what? Freddie is a tougher out right here than Ohtani. And then you said to me, I'd rather face Cortez than Hill. My question is, Hill's been one of the hottest pitchers in baseball. 7 innings, 7 appearances, only 1 run, and you go with Cortez, who hasn't pitched in 5 weeks. It begs to question, why not Hill in that situation? And Big Papi, you said Hill's much tougher there.
I would say when you hit the panic bottom, and I know it's too early, but when you have an uncomfortable left-handed pitcher like Hill, you definitely want to go with him just to give the batters, especially left-handed batters, a different angle. I don't know what was the situation, why they went with Cortez. Cortez wasn't even warming up when we look at the bullpen.
Right.
You know, and all of a sudden he come in. But when you talk about professional hitter, when you're talking about a batter, we had really good back control. You talk about Freddie Freeman, and Freddie Freeman is very dangerous in those situations.
Yeah, interesting choice certainly by Aaron Boone. Hill was ready. He's been great in the playoffs, as Alex said. They bring in Cortez, who hasn't pitched in 5 weeks and has a torn UCL, and he got torched, obviously. It didn't work. Mookie Betts had a couple really big, subtle plays in this game, including the sac fly that tied it in the 8th inning. He's standing by with Tom Verducci.
Thanks. Mookie Betts, you were just part of an instant classic. What do you think this game told the baseball world tonight about the Los Angeles Dodgers?
We're fighters. You got to play 27 outs to beat it, sometimes more. But really, I think it shows how united we are. I mean, I love these boys, and I'm glad that we got to go through a battle like that. And really, I love loving on these guys, man. I love being here, and I'm just happy that I got to be a part of like you said, an instant classic.
Somebody's always got your back on this team. In this case, you were intentionally walked. Tell me what you thought about having Freddie behind you, and then what you saw.
I mean, you know, Freddie's won MVP, and he's won batting titles, and he's won all that. So, I mean, at that point, you kind of pick your poison, and I definitely understand. But, you know, hitting behind Freddie, or hitting in front of Freddie these last couple of years, I know he does damage, and he did tonight.
Congratulations. What a game.
Yes,
we'll
sir.
see you tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Back to you, KB.
All right, Tom, Mookie, appreciate it. Of course, we saw Mookie right after the game. He was jumping around, flying, just so excited. Let's go back to that 8th inning, though, for a moment. There's a lot. You guys, Derek, you said we could talk about this for 3 hours. But in that 8th inning, remember, it's still 2-1 Yankees, right? And Ohtani comes up and rips an absolute missile off the wall, and then Mookie gets him in with a sac fly. You know, it's getting through that gauntlet like Mookie was just talking about. It's so difficult when you got Ohtani and Betts and Freeman. What do you do?
Yeah, it's pick your poison for the most part. I mean, look, Ohtani's been swinging the bat well. Mookie's been swinging the bat well. Freddie's been swinging the bat well. You can't walk all of them. That's why we talk about who's hitting behind you is extremely important, and that determines the pitches that you're going to get to hit. And if you got 3 guys like that, it's tough, man. It really is tough. But you got to give it to the Yankees, though. Up until late, they pitched tremendously, right?
No doubt.
You know, over time, I think these guys just wear you down.
But it's like you say, you got to pick your poison, because when you are facing a guy like Ohtani, you don't want to walk him either. You want to try to get him out like they did in his last at bat. I mean, look at this guy right here. This guy is aggressive as he comes, and this guy, when he go to the plate, I mean, this is what you expect from him, to swing the bat. He don't get his heat pop up. All of a sudden, he hit a ball off the wall. I mean, this guy is not going to the plate thinking about anything. He's just aggressive as he can be.
It was interesting, though. So, Alex, you talked about the decision to bring on Nestor Cortez against Tim Hill, who's been great. And, Poppy, you talked about the angle. It was a little weird of a choice. But Ohtani and Freeman, the 2 guys that faced him, both swung at the first pitch. Did they just think they were getting a cookie because the guys have pitched in a month and a half?
Yeah, and the guy that comes second, which is Freddie, has a bit of an advantage because he gets to look. He has the luxury to look at the speed, the movement, and a nice timing. The one pitch worked. The second one still hasn't landed.
I tell you what, Kevin, going back to what you just asked about, those back-to-back fastball, a veteran role play a big role right there coming by Freddie Freeman. Pitchers, normally, when they get one out with the first pitch, they try to throw a strike next pitch. And that's when Freddie Freeman, veteran leadership and experience, was ready for that pitch, for that secondary pitch, which was going to be for a strike.
Yeah. And just like you say, and Freddie's he's a veteran. He's been there before, and he understands that with the bases loaded, the pitcher's going to try to get ahead of him. You do not want to fall behind. So he jumped all over his first pitch.
Look, we've been talking about the theme all October, KB, where experience matters. That was a seasoned veteran at bat by Freddie Freeman. But look, the real, when the Yankees look back and they drive back in the bus, it's really going to be a story of the Yankees had plenty of opportunities. They left 11 men on base versus the Dodgers 4.
Well, I think people are going to be talking about Aaron Judge. I mean, that's just the reality, right? Aaron did not have his best game tonight. I mean, he went, 1 for 5, 3 strikeouts in the 9th inning, had an opportunity there against Trinan and did not look good in that at bat and popped up to shortstop. And the reality is, if they would have won, everyone overlooks it, but that's a big spot in the 9th inning and give him a chance to potentially win the game.
Well, I think the takeaway, Kevin, you're dead on here, where is not the 3 strikeouts is not the headline. The headline is manager Dave Roberts deciding to walk Soto to pitch to the MVP Aaron Judge.
Yeah.
And that stuff starts building like a mountain. And this is what's great about baseball. We're going to see how he reacts tomorrow. We're going to show you a little video here. I want you to focus on his front hip. And the first one here is the home run. Fastball away, boom, home run. Stays nice and locked. Watch this thing bail so quickly. Poppy, we were talking about this, and it's just moving quickly out of the way. And the reason why you do that is you think your hands are too slow, and he's caught a little bit in between, which means early on the breaking ball and late on the fastball.
Absolutely. We were having a conversation. Excuse me. We were having a conversation about, but one thing that let's not forget, those days off, Kevin, they mess around with your timing. You know what I'm saying? I saw a lot of batters tonight not driving the pitch that they normally drive. Yeah. And it was because they were a little off. And I tell you, the big man right there, he looked like he was trying to catch up with his hands. That's why he got the leaking coming from his hip, you know? And he was trying to use his hand as quick as possible. And when you are not feeling your hands, Kevin, that's when you go into your hip, which is a mistake.
Well, yeah, look, I agree with everything you guys are saying. This is a series. It's a long series. This is just game 1. There's a lot of action in this game. It seemed like we played 4 or 5 games within one. But look, in my opinion, Aaron Judge is going to produce. He's going to have his games. He's going to get his hits, right? We were talking about it, KB, back in the green room.
Yeah.
This is not a team you want to try to figure out your swing against. If you're uncomfortable, the Dodgers bullpen is just not the pitching staff you want to face. It's not some of these other pitching staffs. I mean, these guys are going to make their pitches. They're going to hit their spots. They all come with velocity. So you're trying to make these adjustments within a game. But I do believe that not only Aaron, but I do think a lot of the hitters on both sides, because there were a lot of pitches that were missed early on in the game. Those pitches are not going to be missed. They're not going to be fouled off later we get into the series.
And guys, you guys know this. 5 days for the Yankees in baseball is like 5 weeks. It takes a long time. But what Aaron Judge is doing is he's going out and chasing the ball. This ball right here, as a hitter, he's trying to catch it way out there in front of the plate. When all hitters do well, not just Aaron Judge, you got to let that ball back up and hit it right between your legs, like you're hitting a sand wedge in golf. You got to back that ball up and not leak. You got to stay square to that camera. You're square, can't do this. You got to stay right here. And I think he'll do that. But today maybe he's get a little rust out of the way.
Yeah, I mean, I think you could see the rust early in the game for both teams, but here's the bottom line. Here's what they're going to be talking about in the New York media, fair or unfair. Aaron Judge in the postseason is 6 for 36 with 16 strikeouts.
Just taking the left-on-left matchup there. Yeah. No, I didn't deliberate long.
And Nestor had not pitched since September 18th. Why did you like him in that 10th inning?
Just like the matchup. The reality is he's been throwing the ball really well the last few weeks as he's gotten ready for this. You know, I knew with one out there it'd be tough to double up Shohei if Tim Hill gets him on the ground, and then Mookie behind him is a tough matchup there. So felt convicted with Nestor in that spot.
Go the first row to your right, Aaron. Andy?
Nestor's history against Ohtani. Why you like the matchup?
I mean, a little bit. I don't know if you ever love a matchup against Ohtani, but I felt like Nestor could give us a shot at it.
Oh, look, there's obviously no guarantee that Tim Hill comes in and gets Ohtani or Betts or Freeman, right? So we're not saying that, but it's an interesting choice in that Cortez hasn't pitched in a month and a half, and then the first time he comes in, there's guys on base and he's facing Ohtani. It's a tough spot.
It's a tough spot. And look, Booney's job is to get his guys in the best position to win. And I hear him when he says, you know, he's been pitching simulated games, he's been doing this or that. Nothing can replicate the heat and the violence and the intensity of October baseball. Hill's been nothing short of phenomenal. 3 for 13. He is your hot hand. And I'm not sure if he was hurt or not, but unless he was hurt, you got to go with your hot hand there.
Yeah, well, first, two things. One, let's give it to Nestor Cortez for a minute. I mean, he did that interview a couple days ago, and he said he's fine missing all of next year if he comes out and gets a chance to pitch in the World Series. So this is a guy that wants to be there. Now, on the other hand, no one knows their team better than Aaron Boone does. It's easy for us to sit here and say they should bring in somebody else. Obviously, hindsight is 20/20. But it is a tough situation to come into when you have not been pitching for 5 weeks. Coming into a World Series, pressure-packed situation, facing Ohtani, facing Freddie, that is tough, but you just got to give it to. That's why the manager makes the decisions. That's why they're the manager of the team.
I'll tell you what.
Go ahead, Bobby.
No, I'll tell you what. The criticism comes because of the result.
Yep.
Right? Okay. But at the same time, you are fighting for make those left-handed batters swing uncomfortable. And that's why I refer myself to the angle. The Hills throwing from sidearm, based on my experience, is making a bat more uncomfortable than a lefty that throw either three-quarter or over the top. And that's the situation right here. You want to make them have an uncomfortable at bat.
100%.
And that's why I go to the sidearm. You know, especially in that situation.
And Cap, I hear what you're saying, but we're not Monday morning quarterback. I was sitting with Poppy, and he thought Hill was the right guy
100%.
before he came in.
I agreed with it.
I said, well, tell me why, Poppy, because he's lefty, and he told me how uncomfortable he is. Look, Buck Showalter once told me, he goes, the barometer, whether you want to take a pitcher in or out, including Garrett Cole after 88 pitches, is that opposing dugout happy or are they sad? And when Garrett Cole left, they were happy. When they brought in Cortez, they were happy because it was a comfortable at bat. Cortez has got big
100%.
guts, but that's a comfortable at bat.
And let's not forget, Hill is a left-hander specialist. He is ready to come towards the end of the game to get left-handed batter out. Cortez is a starter. He's going to act like a starter in the mound. That's my problem using a starter coming out of the bullpen and using bullpen guys starting the game. You know, it's a whole totally different subject.
Agree. I just think there has to be something else that went into that decision that we don't know about. That's what I think.
There usually is, but I'm trying to figure it out.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Do you know, Kevin?
I'm sure we're going to find out about it. Somebody's going to ask.
We'll find out tomorrow.
Yeah. I mean, and by the way, here, just retracing the inning, before we got there, you know, obviously the Yankees burned through their guys, right? And you guys all wanted Cole to stay in the game for a little while longer. And as a result, they had to get through their top guys. And then in the 10th, you have Jake Cousins, who's got one career save in his life. and he walks Gavin Lux, who's been ice cold, and then Edman, who was the MVP of the NLCS. No one will ever talk about it tomorrow with all the drama, but he's the one that gets the base hit to kind of make that situation the way it was, where they had to go get somebody to face Ohtani.
Derek said it before the game. Garrett Cole, when he's healthy, and he is healthy, he's the best pitcher in the game. 88 pitches. He just got through Murder's Row, 3 MVPs. A guy gets on, let him pitch. Even if they tie the game 2-2, you reserve that bullpen, which is already depleted and short, as we saw late in the game. The ripple effect of taking Garrett Cole out is you got to go through your main relievers, and then you get into Cousins, and it's not his fault, and it's not also Cortez's fault.
Yeah, look, I know we talk about this all the time, and I don't want to be one of these guys that say back in the day when we played. But we were talking about when we were playing the Mets in 2000, Al Leiter pitched Game 6. He threw 140-something pitches. 140-something pitches. Garrett Cole was dominating this game. He was dominating the game. Yeah. And if you take him out after 88 pitches for I don't know what reason, it's a domino effect on not only this game tonight, tomorrow's game, and the rest of the series.
Preach,
so I just think when you have someone that's dealing like Garrett Cole was dealing tonight, you leave him out there as long as you can.
What did Garrett Cole come to New York for? He came to New York to finish 7 innings.
Pitch.
And there's nothing that showed that he was getting weaker. As a matter of fact, he was getting stronger. Let him pitch. If you're going to lose with your best. Lose with Jordan, LeBron, Cole. That's who Cole is. You're not going to see Aaron Judge tomorrow because he's struggling. He's the very best. Go with your best, Poppy.
I tell you what, and I absolutely agree with the two of you. There's not tomorrow in the World Series. You got to win today so you can show tomorrow happy and carry the momentum. I mean, Garrett Cole pitched like a Cy Young Award winner tonight. We talk about it. He was dealing with his breaking ball. He was racing his fastball. He was locating his cutter everywhere. I mean, 88 pitches in that situation. You got to kill me with him.
Poppy, are we off tomorrow? I'm so confused.
No.
Okay.
Those are the kind of things when you're 5 years old with your 2 older brothers and you're playing football in the backyard, and those are the scenarios you kind of dream about. Bases loaded, 2 outs in a World Series game, and for it to actually happen and hit a home run and walk it off to give us a 1-0 lead, that's as good as it gets right there.
Yeah, it is. That game was as good as it gets. You look at Freddie Freeman this postseason. Look, he had the ankle injury. He didn't have a single extra base hit first 2 rounds. And he had 2 tonight. Triple, which no one saw coming. That really tested the ankle. And then, of course, the grand slam to win it. And then there's Aaron Judge. He had a tougher night tonight. 1 for 5, a few strikeouts, a pop up in a key spot in the 9th. Let's hear from him after the game.
Because we know we got another game tomorrow. I think that's what it comes down to. You know, as tough as this one is, you know, losing a game, the first one like that, and we got another chance to even it up before we head back to the Bronx.
Well, it's, yeah. I mean, the Yankees, look, it's just one of those games. It was really a great game. I think if you're looking for a positive for the Yanks tonight, Derek, it's that this is a team that had no speed in the season. They were dead last in stolen bases, and they went and got Jazz Chisholm, your guy, you said is going to have a lot of opportunities. He put him ahead by himself in the 10th inning by getting on and stealing a couple bases. That's a good sign for them going forward with what he can do. He stole 3 bases tonight.
Yeah, I mean, look, when you're playing in a series like this, World Series, you're going to have to find different ways to manufacture runs. Speed has not been at the top of the Yankees list all season long. Traded for Jazz, all of a sudden he's adding speed, the speed element to the team, and you know, he changed that inning and actually could have been the hero of the game, right? If everything else didn't go down how it did, but. He's a problem when he gets on the base. As I said before the game, he's going to have a lot of opportunities. Once again, I don't know why they pitched to Stanton. I really don't. But he hit another big home run. But I think Jazz is going to find himself in situations where he can impact the game, not only on the bases, but he's going to be able to impact the game from the batter's box.
Absolutely. And I believe this. I mean, this is just the first game. I know a lot of guys, a lot of batters, not only Judge, were a little bit out of timing because of the day off. I would say that straight up. But this is the type of game that as a player, when you go back to your hotel and you go back home, you start looking at the situation that you face and you start doing that recognition and trying to memorize those moments so the next day you come with a fresh mind and try to execute it. And I'm expecting that from the Yankees lineup.
You know, Kevin, we talked about the Yankees playing clean baseball. This is varsity against varsity. They were able to play sloppy baseball against Cleveland and against Kansas City, and they got away with it. to me, one of the most underrated plays in the game that had tremendous ramifications was Ohtani's double in the 8th inning with 1 out. That's all it should have been. Instead, you know, Gleyber Torres kind of misplays that ball a little bit, and it causes, and here it is. He has 300 feet to look at this ball. His feet are planted, cemented in the ground. With 300 feet, you can go up and get that ball and get it in the air, or back up quickly and play the long hop. There is no reason for this type of lackadaisical play. Goes to third base, and that ends up being the tying run, and the rest is history. If you're the Yankees, you got to play clean baseball. And tonight, they fell short of that again.
Yeah, it's a huge play. Probably doesn't get a lot of attention because all the drama that went on late. But that's a big moment in the game, man. Like you say, Ohtani's at second base. Mookie's fly ball's out number 2. You don't know what's going to happen. So you can't make those mistakes and give extra outs and let runners advance when you're playing against a team like the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Yeah. And you're 5 outs away from being 1-0, right? So every out counts. 90 feet is at a premium. You can get away with that in June and July. Not in October, not against the LA Dodgers.
Not enough. Yeah, what a night at Dodger Stadium. I mean, I'm out of breath, and I just watched the game. Freddie Freeman, the walk-off grand slam in the 10th. You can't get any more drama than that. And the emotion at home plate as the Dodgers come back and win Game 1 and sets us up for Game 2 on Saturday night. It'll be Carlos Rodon, the left-hander. He's been good these postseason for the Yanks. Pitched great his last time out. Yoshinobu Yamamoto for the Dodgers. Gave him all that money. His best start came at Yankee Stadium early in the year. And look at this shot of...
Sound like you know Japanese.
I do not. Most of... Did you see the interview with Ohtani? It was not a single lick of Japanese for me in that one. Here is what you got. Yeah, come on back to Dodger Stadium. Welcome back. Good to see you. So we told you about the pitching matchup. It's interesting. Yamamoto's best start was against the Yankees in June. He was awesome at Yankee Stadium. Yanks, they need Rodon tomorrow now. There's no doubt about it, especially if you're using all their leverage guys tonight in the bullpen tonight.
Look, the winner of Game 1 in the World Series wins 63% of the series. Rondon is pitching the biggest game of his career. Here's as you kind of think forward. You have to win Game 2 tomorrow. You cannot go back to Yankee Stadium 0-2. And then you got to win 2 over there because you can't come down here and try to win 2 here. So tomorrow, forget tomorrow, maybe
That's
tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah.
I tell you what, the Rodon that I saw his last outing, it was the Rodon that they need tomorrow. I mean, his body language his composure was very good. He keep it tight. He was locating his pitch. He was using his fastball at his best, but with a good location. He need to bring that against this Dodgers lineup tomorrow so he can keep them quiet. Otherwise, you know what can happen?
Yeah, he has to pitch a good game. I mean, goes without saying. But he has to pitch a game. He has to pitch deep into the game because of the fact that they used their bullpen earlier than what we thought they should. So I expect him to come out. You know, he's been throwing the ball well, right? But he's going to have to spot his fastball. You know, he's going to have to pitch ahead. This Dodger team is feeling really good about themselves.
Gee, you bring up a good point, too, because, you know, if you kept Cohen there a little bit longer, 5 innings would have been enough. 5 innings is not enough for Rondon tomorrow. He has to pitch 6, maybe 7, because now the bullpen, here we go again.
Tell you one thing, it's tough to get tickets to these World Series games, and they are not cheap, right? If we take a look at the ticket prices around the market, it's going to cost you some bucks, right? Here's what you got. Game 2 ticket price. Dugout Club down here, you get the nice buffet. It'll cost you $10,000 a ticket. Very cheap. You know, upper deck, $1,000.
Are you kidding me?
No. People are going to be calling you for tickets, Poppy?
Hey, here's the deal, people. One more time, do not call me for tickets. Look at the graphic. Amigos, no me llamen para tickets en español, okay?
Can you do it in Japanese?
No me llamen para tickets. Arigato.
That's mainly because the Yankees aren't giving you any tickets.
No me llamen. You're right. You're right. Hey, man, you think I can get 2 tickets tomorrow?
I got plenty.
I know you do. Who can brother up? Hey, call Jeter for tickets, everybody.
Yeah, that's a good call Jeter for tickets. He's got them for you. There you go.